White fat blood cells morphed into calorie-burning beige fat cells in a new experiment. The discovery would lead to new treatments for obesity, the scientists say. This is by Ed Cara. Okay, the fat cells. I was just listening to a neuroscientist, and I'll leave the link below for you because it's very interesting. It's about a 2 hour video. I'm just a third through it. But she says that stress causes accumulation of fat in our midsection that we can't easily get rid of. Isn't that something? The stress causes that tire around our midsection. But going back to this, the white fat cells morphed into calorie-burning beige fat cells in a new experiment. Scientists in California tested a way to coax certain fat cells to burn calories rather than simply store energy. In new research involving mice, the team found it was possible to convert existing white fat cells into calorie-burning beige fat cells. The findings could pave a way to a new class of obesity treatments, the authors say. Scientists at the University of California, San Francisco, were trying to get to the root of a problem that has long stymied others in the field. Our fat cells come into three basic flavors: white, brown, and beige. White fat cells are primarily designed to store energy, while brown fat cells play a key role in keeping our body temperature stable. When you're cold, these cells will burn sugar and fat to heat up the body. The more recently discovered beige fat cells, meanwhile, can carry out the functions of either type, storing or burning energy as needed. These cells are nestled within deposits of the white fat cells. Most of our body's fat cells are white. We lose much of our brown fat by the time we turn one year old, and these cells are important as a secondary or emergency source of energy. But too much stored white fat, particularly around our abdomen, also known as the visceral fat, this is what I'm referring to the caused by the stress, according to the neuroscientist. So too much stored white fat, particularly around our abdomen, also known as visceral fat, can be dangerous to our health. This overabundance of white fat is often seen in people with obesity, and the chronic inflammation it causes can contribute to the other problems like diabetes 2, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. For a long time, scientists have theorized that finding a way to reliably switch white fat cells into either brown or beige fat cells could help prevent or treat these related issues. Our bodies can naturally convert white into brown and beige fat cells, though typically only in small amounts from exercise or cold exposure. But so far, these efforts have not yet yielded safe and successful treatments. In this latest study, published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation, the UCSF team says that they have landed on a new, promising approach. Working with mice, the group had earlier found evidence that a protein called KLF15 was important to the distinction between white and beige brown fat cells. And in their mice, KLF15 was much more present in brown and beige fat cells compared to the white fat cells. So they decided to bred mice whose white fat cells lacked KLF15 entirely, and once they did, the mice white fat cells suddenly became much more efficient at converting into beige fat cells. And the later experiments with human fat cells found that KLF15 interacts with a particular receptor called ADRB1, and that ADRB1 seems to be key to controlling the switch from white to beige fat cells. The team argues that it should be possible to find drugs that can toggle the switch in humans. And this is only one study in mice, and it will take more research to know whether such a process can be safely manipulated in people. But should this work continue to pay off, it could lead to novel drugs for obesity and related issues. And if we're really lucky, these treatments would both be safe and avoid some of the unpleasant side effects of the newest obesity medications, such as nausea and other gastrointestinal problems. This is from Gizmodo. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.